Hey everybody, this is Thaddeus at Sprout City Studios in Eugene, Oregon, and today we're going to be talking about the roles of album producers and beat producers and what the differences there are. Over the years, I've gotten asked a lot of times about what the role of a producer is in making a recording, and this role has been so many different things over the years for a lot of different people, so it's hard to nail it down as one particular thing. But really, one of the best ways to think about it is kind of like the director of a film. Like, the director may have not written the script, it may have not chosen the actors that are being parts on the final film, but it's the person in charge of putting the whole thing together, making sure that the scenes are all shot and all the technical details are dealt with so that everything can come together in the right way. In that version of a producer, what that person is doing is taking the music from the artist, working with them either in pre-production before it even gets into the studio, working on the arrangement of the songs, the concept of the parts that are going to be played on the songs, like if you need to add a, crazy new drum part or bring in a bowed bass or cello or something, that kind of concept with arrangement pieces. Or it's somebody who's in the studio with the artist at the time, giving them good direction on the best kind of performance that they hear as a person who's not in the band, saying, oh, you know what would be great? Maybe if you try this kind of vocal performance or this kind of change up your guitar line here. So producers in that way kind of help shape the overall outcome. And nowadays, because in my experience, I've done a lot of producing / engineering where I've been running the system as well as helping the artist. So in that realm, you're kind of working with them directly on how you're recording things. If your question is, do I need a producer? The answer could be yes, and a lot of reasons why. If you just look through all of your favorite recordings, let's say they're albums, and you look at the liner notes about who was involved, I bet you're going to see a producer listed on a bunch of those, either tracks or albums that you like. And chances are that producer had a big part in crafting the way that that song or that album came across. So producers can really help artists change the performance structure and everything about a recording to make it come across in whatever way makes it better. And I'm sure there's plenty of cases where producers totally messed up the recording for people. But having an outside perspective on what you're doing can be incredibly valuable. So having a producer at some stage in your career is a really great idea for a lot of reasons. In the realm of hip-hop and rap, a producer is usually somebody who's creating a beat structure, either just on their own, they're creating something that they feel really good about, and a rapper will find that beat and say, wow, that's great, I want to buy the rights to that beat. Or as you get up the ladder of production, being one of the known producers out there in the world, you're working directly with an artist on what kind of arrangement they want around a beat concept that artist has. So beat production in that world is very different than album production. And sometimes the beat producer has nothing to do with album production, and the artist may hire an album producer as well. So just knowing the difference between those two, depending on what kind of music you're into, can be really helpful for people.